There is a version of you that has been waiting to start investing, waiting until you have more money, waiting until you understand it better, waiting until things settle down a bit. And while that version of you waits, every single month that passes is a month of compound growth you are never getting back. The amount you start with matters far less than most people think. What matters is that you start. Today, we are going to show you exactly what $100 can do, where to put it, what to expect, and why starting small is not a compromise. It is the entire point. Quick note before we start. This video is for educational purposes only and is not personalized financial advice. Ask most people why they have not started investing yet, and you will hear one of three answers. I do not have enough money, I do not know enough yet, or I'm going to start soon. All three feel reasonable. All three are expensive. The enough money problem first. There is no universal minimum for investing. Most low-cost index fund platforms allow you to start with amounts as small as $1. The idea that investing requires thousands is a leftover from a different era of finance when it actually did. It no longer does. The enough knowledge problem next. There is a version of understanding investing that takes years. There's also a version that takes about 10 minutes and gets you 90% of the way there. You already have most of it if you watched the previous videos in this series. The rest you learn by doing. And the soon problem? Soon is the most dangerous word in personal finance. Soon has no deadline. Soon never arrives. Every month you spend planning to start is a month where your money sits earning nothing while it could be compounding. According to research from Fidelity Investments, investors who started earlier consistently outperform those who waited for better timing, even when the early starters invested smaller amounts. The math strongly favors starting now over waiting to start bigger. Let us look at the numbers directly. $100 invested in a low-cost index fund tracking a broad market index, growing at 7% per year, a conservative long-run historical estimate, becomes roughly $197 in 10 years, nearly double from doing nothing except waiting. In 20 years, that same $100 becomes around $387. In 30 years, it becomes over $760. From $100, left alone, never touched. Now change one thing. Instead of a single $100 investment, add $100 every single month. After 10 years of consistent monthly contributions at the same 7% rate, you have invested $12,000 of your own money. But the account value is closer to $17,000. The difference, around $5,000, is growth you did not earn by working. Compound growth did that for you. After 20 years of the same monthly habit, you have put in $24,000. The account value is closer to $52,000. More than double what you contributed, generated by time and consistency rather than effort. After 30 years, your $36,000 in contributions has grown to over $121,000. None of those numbers require a large starting amount. They require a consistent habit and enough time. If you watched the index fund video in this series, you already know most of what you need here. But let us run through it quickly. You are looking for a low-cost index fund on a regulated investment platform. 3 things to check before you commit any money. First, the expense ratio. This is the annual fee the fund charges. Look for anything under 0.20%. The lower, the better. Even small fee differences compound significantly over decades. Second, what the fund tracks. You want a broad market index and something that gives you exposure to hundreds of companies across different sectors. Not a narrow theme fund or a single sector. Broad beats narrow over the long run. Third, the platform itself. Use a regulated broker that is authorized by the financial regulator in your country. Spend 5 minutes checking this before you open an account. It matters more than most people think. Beyond those 3 checkpoints, do not overthink the selection. A simple, low-cost, broad market index fund on a regulated platform is the right answer for almost every beginner. The choice between 2 good options is far less important than making a choice at all. Here is something that gets missed in most conversations about starting small. The $100 is not really about the $100. When you make your first investment, even a small one, something changes in how you relate to money. You go from someone who is going to invest to someone who invests. That identity shift is more valuable than the investment itself. You start paying attention differently, you check the account occasionally, and learn what normal market movement looks like. You get comfortable with the idea that values go up and down without panicking. You build the emotional muscle memory that larger amounts later will require. Starting with $100 when you could wait and start with $1,000 is not a consolation prize. It is a deliberate strategy for building the habits and the composure that make long-term investing actually work. The people who panic and sell when markets drop are almost never the people who have been watching markets for years. They are the people who started with a large sum and never normalized the experience of seeing it move. Starting small removes fear before the stakes are high. A few things worth avoiding when you are starting out. Individual stocks. Picking one or two companies with a small amount puts all your risk in one place and teaches you nothing useful about long-term investing. The index fund approach gives you better diversification and a better outcome over time. Anything promising fast returns, high-yield investment schemes, social media stock tips, platforms advertising guaranteed returns. If the return sounds too good for the risk level described, it is. This is true at every amount, but especially important when you are learning. High-fee managed funds. Some investment products charge 1 to 2% per year for active management that, as we covered in the index fund video, statistically underperforms passive index investing over the long run. The fee is real. The outperformance usually is not. Speculative positions in a single asset class. Putting 100% of your investment into one country, one sector, or one commodity is a bet, not an investment strategy. Broad diversification is not exciting. It is just consistently better over time. So here is where we land. The amount you start with is not the variable that determines your outcome. The time you give it and the consistency with which you add to it are what move the needle. $100 today, added to consistently over 20 or 30 years, build something real. Waiting for a better starting amount while that time ticks away does not. This week, one action. Open a regulated investment platform in your country. Find a low-cost, broad market index fund. Make one investment, whatever you can comfortably afford right now. Not next month, this week. Next time, we're going to look at the most common mistake people make in the first year of investing and how to avoid it before it costs you.